This is Far Cry 4. We're here on Xbox Series X. There's a bit of a surprise update. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So yeah, it seems like with the advent of a drop on Game Pass, basically Ubisoft continues to support and update and upgrade their games. So this is in the form of removing the FPS boost from the game for what is a native next-gen aware and or current-gen update for Far Cry 4, which is rather interesting if you've played this in the past. So, I guess from a technical standpoint, it's not really a change, as to say. Like, it's gonna be the same, but at the same time, it's gonna fix the issues that FPS Boost sort of caused in terms of, there's like artifacting kind of stuff on this one, which was a bit weird. But yeah, essentially what they've done is, oh, I am gonna have a problem here. Do I have anything left? Okay, this is not an ideal situation. Okay. Let's burn the rhino. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, now the rhino is running. So yeah, anyways, yeah, they basically just came out with their own proper 60 FPS update. They seem to be tying these into kind of Game Pass releases. Ubisoft updating their legacy games. Anything that got an FPS boost is basically now, getting pushed a little bit further and actually getting a full proper upgrade. So let's dive in and talk about that now that the action of fighting that thing has kind of calmed down. So if you go to Far Cry 4, you'll notice there's no FPS boost in the top right corner. You go to compatibility options, FPS boost is gone. It's removed from the game because the game does not need it anymore. Cool, right? Yeah. So that's basically where we're at. They've just removed that, and now the game just runs at 60 FPS, which is awesome. Yeah. So it's more like future-proofing it, and again, it just kind of like fixes, I guess you would say, the issues that were there. So it's a proper update to the game for frame rate. And I know that's, again, not necessarily going to be something that a lot of people are, like, super excited about, because it's like, oh, it's the same thing. And it's like, yep, that's totally fair. But, hey, a proper update is always more appreciated, I guess you would say, than just kind of leaving games alone. I do sort of think this one needs to be remastered to a degree, just to get, like, a higher resolution going on. But, like, at the same time, I don't think people are going to be overly thrilled if they have to, like, re-buy into this with it just, looking slightly better with resolution. I don't know if that's enough of a grab for people these days, so I get that, right? But anyways, you get a higher frame rate, which is appreciated, and the game still looks relatively good. So it's not like a full 1080p, so it's like 1400 by 1080, so it's not like a full 1920 by 1080. What was that? What? What was that? I don't even know what just happened there. That was really weird. Okay. So a bit of a surprise. Anyways, yeah, so it's not like a full 1080p, but, it's around there. So it still looks a bit jaggedy, it still looks a bit low resolution. I mean, that's definitely, something that's visible there. But you got auto HDR, which, it was turned off because I do that for recording, so it doesn't mess with the image quality and whatever. But, yeah, so you got that, and you got 60 FPS, so pretty good, I would say. It's silly because, like, again, from a certain point of view, it's kind of just like, oh, well, with the FPS boost, it was already doing this exact thing. But, like, at the same time, I hope this kind of makes sense that this is a proper way to provide the frame rate and stuff. That's 100% what I want to get across. So you play the game alone, or you could play in co-op with drop in, drop out. It's Far Cry 4 in the Himalayas. You come in wanting to spread the ashes of, you know, a loved one, and you meet a very charismatic individual that's kind of running the show in this place, and you are basically just kind of coming in and trying to figure out what's going on and how you fit into everything, which is interesting and fun. And if you've never played this before, I do recommend just kind of sitting there at the opening of the game and just kind of hearing the dude out, because the results of it are pretty entertaining. So, yeah, that is something I would say that you should try, because I think you'd get a bit of a kick out of it. So yeah, pretty cool villain and stuff. Like, I mean, obviously, most people really love Far Cry 3. This one is, you know, it's leaning off of that, but it's also kind of doing its own thing. You know, like most of the Far Cries, I think, in the grand scheme of things, they're just tropical places that you go, and it's cool because this one's, you know, out in the mountains, so it's a lot more verticality, which is kind of neat if you're into that kind of thing. So a bit more climbing, but you still have like cars, you still have vehicles, you know, it's still the hunting, the finding the collectibles, doing all the open world stuff. It's also kind of nice because it's not like endless, if that makes sense. Like, you know, it's something you can actually kind of finish. A lot of the Far Cry experiences, they get a little too large, right? This one is still one that you could genuinely kind of finish and enjoy, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool experience, and you go around shooting and blasting things and working through the story, and, you know, kind of dealing with the various problems and foes that exist out here in this land, and you are kind of making your own path through it and figuring out how you fit into it. It's also kind of funny because, like, Far Cry Primal, basically, what's the issue? What's the issue? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Did I go too high? Did I go too high? Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, so Far Cry Primal basically just takes, you know, this experience and it essentially just like makes it like a Neanderthal kind of Far Cry. So I'm theorizing that one will probably be the next to get this exact same sort of treatment. They seem to be doing it like clockwork with these older Ubisoft games, which I am all for, seriously. You know, get to do new video, get to replay games, it's cool. And it improves the games for long term. You know, it allows people to enjoy them without having to have something like... Again, like, FPS Boost is amazing, and genuinely a really, really great technology. But it's also, like, not, like, a real FPS, if that makes sense. So it's like, it's great, it's basically the real thing, because, you know, it's tricking the game, but what I'm mostly trying to get across is it's nice to have, like, a natively done upgraded version of the experience that we can enjoy, and it can be enjoyed for long-term play and stuff like that. So anyways, you're AJ, and traveling to Kirit. Find yourself caught up in a civil war to overthrow the oppressive regime dictator Pagan Min. Explore and navigate this open world where danger is around every corner. How exciting, right?
Right in their faces. We are the golden path. Man, I do not understand
These guys all on
what
about.
you're saying. I don't speak your language.
I think what you meant to say is that the Royal Army won't know what hit them. See, we're the golden path.
Dude, seriously?
Herc?
These guys have been giving me a lot of stank eye over the things I've been saying about the golden path, so that makes sense. Okay. New plan then. Preemptive cavalry. That's right. You need help. You call. We swoop in and help you. Me or my
Golden path?
golden path buddies. That's right. You and me, man. New and improved tap bros. That's right. Living the dream. Come on, punch
That's
it.
what it's all about.
Boom.
And there's also some expansion content that they release for this game too, if you want to play more of it. It's just kind of cool because, you know, you can roam around by yourself, or you can play in co-op and go around blasting stuff and doing the usual Far Cry thing. which is exciting. And then, you know, you got all the silliness, all the craziness of Far Cry. You drive vehicles, you blast stuff, play it in co-op, guns for hire. Yeah. It's all out here. 4 billion things to do in this game. It's pretty straightforward. That's the thing, right? It's like, after you've played a lot of Far Cry, they sort of are very similar vibes. I mean, they're great games. I certainly enjoy playing them and doing stuff and shooting things. Are you like a quest? I don't know if you're a quest. I'm actually not sure what's going on in my life right now. Maybe you're not a quest. Okay. Sure, whatever. I'll go do things by myself. I don't need to specifically do any missions or anything like that. Go around scavenging and exploring. Probably actually due for a bit of a revisit on this one, I guess, at some point, I suppose. Yeah, I gotta say, I am really, really surprised. Undertake a mission for Badra, yeah, because it's like this huge, you know, region place, and it's all mountainous, and you go up and down the curves, shooting things, blasting stuff. Pretty neat. You know, like, obviously playing a shooter at a better frame rate is kind of nice, and it makes a world of, difference. It was a nice kind of surprise update, honestly. Like, it was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Because most people won't even notice, right? That's the big thing. But I think you might be seeing, like, if you've played Far Cry 4 on Series X, you might have noticed, like, there was, you know, there was some, like, technical bugs and stuff. Like, they weren't the end of the world, but they were definitely something that was visible and noticeable. It's also neat to see how much of the technology's changed on this stuff, too. You know, just in terms of, like, their engine tech or their later games. And yeah, it's neat. Like, it's a fun adventure. Like, really, Far Cry 4, you can have some fun with it. It's got cool terrain, cool missions. It's kind of another Far Cry game, right? But a little bit more scoped down, so you can actually sort of finish it if you want, and, you know, do all the usual Far Cry things. It is just hilariously, like, how simplistic this feels against, like, the later stuff, but, like, the core gameplay loop really hasn't changed a whole lot between these games, has it? Like, 4 and 6, you know, you're doing the same sort of things. It's just more story structured and way larger and insanely, ridiculously big. I'd actually prefer almost more smaller adventures like this more often, I think, would be kind of a nice thing. They give you a lot of these flying things.
Paying respect to the families.
I have never seen anything like this.
Oh, I've never seen anyone carry around their mother's ashes.
Oh.
Yeah. You think my father's funeral was like this?
I was too young. But I know his death broke the golden path.
The golden path?
Things would be different now if he died fighting. But he didn't. He was murdered.
Murdered? Whoa, wait, what happened?
All I know is that he was killed in his house east of Banapur. It's still there. Maybe you could go there and find out more about him. Just be careful. That area belongs to Noah now. I have to go.
Well, we're gonna have to go and check that out, I guess, right? We'll have to figure out what happened to my family. It's a good sense of scale, like, honestly, for like an early on Xbox One era game. It's actually got like a great sense of like distance and rendering and stuff like that. Like, it's actually quite impressive. Like, I love Far Cry 5 actually, like, really do. Like, I quite like that one. And Far Cry 6 is quite impressive, but this one is really interesting for its time, kind of evolving upon Far Cry 3, and again doing something a little different in terms of like biome and environment.
Image on the world stage, and I think what I like is a celebrity endorsement endorsement. You know, a visit from a Dennis Rodman type.
Like a celebrity endorsement.
Bring the galaxy over for a game against my best 11. A bit cliche now, I suppose. Ooh, a pop star. If the dictator of Turkmenistan can get J-Lo to sing him happy birthday, then who's to say I can't get my fading star of yesteryear? Kanye is going for. Do you follow him on Twitter? In his gold. Oh, I would love to shoot the breeze with that young man.
Why are they making tons of money doing this kind of stuff out here? Oh, and of course, towers to climb. There's always towers to climb. Every decision counts, and every second is a story. I don't know. My story seems to be I'm just kind of like driving around up in the sky and stuff. It's pretty fun, this little contraption thing. You really get around pretty exciting way, I'll tell you that much. Well, it's certainly looking a lot better, honestly. Like, it's not like it's visually really bumped up or anything. It's just smoother running, and there's lacking the weird FPS boost technical things that would, like, pop up and stuff. See, I guess a lot of companies can do this, but there's not many companies that feel the need or the desire to do this, I guess is the thing. Because it always seems to be based around a Game Pass drop where they do this. So they definitely could be doing more. Kind of fascinating. Okay. I guess I'm taking this tower? I was kind of coming for a mission, but I guess I'll take the tower. Can I just fly to the top of this? What? What? Oh, that's just not cool. Why would they do me like that? I mean, this is pretty cool right here, but why would they do me like that? My loot bag is full. Gotta upgrade my stuff by doing some grinding, I guess. Alright, up we go. Alright, are we at the top of the tower yet? I feel like my way was a very clever way to do this, and I am honestly so disappointed because, like, I just put all this work into that, and yeah. Yeah, it definitely would have been a lot easier without having to re-climb, you know, just land up there on the thing with the plane and just walk in. I'm a little bummed out. I guess it's time for us to get liberated. Do we really want to go down that way? I feel like I kind of want to go down the other way. Like a bit of a climbing and stuff like that. Hey, you guys got here pretty quick. Because there's lots of things for me to see, lots of people to save here in good old Far Cry 4. It's actually amazing how old this one is, all things considered, right? Like, it is amazing how fast time goes by, and how many Far Cries we cry since. But yeah, enjoy the update, I suppose.